All right, we're back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. Another fucking episode for you guys with our special guest. I want to welcome him. He's no stranger to us here. I mean, he's done some of the fucking events at the Green Thumb dispensary pop-ups before the dispensaries were popping for Green Thumb.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you do some stand-up in the rain. I've seen you do stand-up at a sesh. I've seen you stand-up at some of the most dope comedy clubs. Welcoming to the fucking We Don't Smoke the Same show, Mr. fucking Bruce Jingles. Welcome back, man.
How are you?
Bruce.
I fucking feel great, man. I welcome all my people here with a big joint.
Thanks for the Dr. Seuss intro.
Oh man, come on! I gotta give them a little. You know, I think it's a part of getting used to comedy. They were like everybody kind of like you have to memorize or know a little summary of the next person that's coming up.
Right.
Just out of courtesy, it's like, look, man, if you weren't friends before, you kind of know them now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then you know the liars that that introduce you. They're like one of my best friends.
That is fucking fucked
Sean
up.
McBride.
A really fucking great guy.
But Sean McBride is a good friend.
My son's godfather. Just making up some random shit. Man, it's been a long time since you actually came back to the temple here at B-Road TV.
Yes.
And
You can light up now, too.
you've
I had to sober up from the last time.
that damn it took that long. You've been keeping busy, steady, like constantly. Like I mean, I've been catching you like on certain clubs, always constantly working. And like before, I would like every time I got a chance to see your set, it would be like 15, like 20 minutes. But like recently, at Flappers, you had your an hour show, man.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when like comics start, doing the whole like the hour routine, it's because they are either already have a special already pre-filmed or they're jogging up to it. I was like, am I onto something here? Am I onto something right here?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
It's in the works.
Oh, damn, there you go, man. I had to ask, man, because I feel that. How long have you been in comedy for?
18 years.
18 years?
Damn, that's
no way.
a whole kid, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
That kid can vote. That kid can vote.
that kid can vote now. That's a whole life's worth of child support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's comedy is my kid.
Word.
I don't have any children. And
Have you
I'm straight. You gotta say that. You
gotta announce it.
Like, how come you don't got no kids?
Yeah, you know what though? There
You
is some truth because people start assuming shit. Right? Like I have a best friend who got married, right? And he's like, hey man, I just want to enjoy my marriage. But like Latino parents, like if you don't have a kid within the first 3 years, they just think you don't work down there.
Yeah.
Like they don't even ask. They don't ask, hey, is everything okay? Like no, they just think you're like you either got to be some kind of some kind of gay or like like
some kind of gay.
Yeah,
or your dick don't work.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Mijo, you shooting blanks?
Yeah, that's
but and that's a simple truth. And me, my pullout game is strong. Like you know what I mean. Like,
now
I've been fucking for almost 40 years.
Right.
And that's 40 years of experience behind. It's like a fort. And I'm just saying that everybody's lazy and just
he trains the soldiers to go backwards and shit.
Yeah, dude.
They fucking tell the moment they come out.
I'm surprised that black turn shells can swim, dude. And insane.
Man, so you have you filmed it or you haven't done it yet?
In the works?
It's in the works.
Okay.
I haven't filmed it. I don't know honestly, and I've been kind of shopping on when to film it. I thought about doing it at the Improv.
It's one of the nicest clubs I've been to.
It is. It's my home, but no, they want to charge
Ontario
they want to
Improv?
charge you. Yeah, well, the Improv, the Levity, and no fault. There's no offense to them. They want to charge $5,000
God damn, that's how much it costs
to film. That's $5,000 to film.
Man,
The motherfucker ain't even fucking gone.
You gotta start making.
It's not even bought by a platform yet or anything yet. You got to pay $5,000 for that.
You gotta start like when they're putting price tags on certain things like that. All right, so let me ask you this, man. Like me being a new person to the comedy scene, a new comic.
You're not new.
I mean, I've been a fan of comedy, but just doing it, you know what I mean, and like taking it as an art form. But it's the one thing that I want to know, like back then, like if you were 18 years ago, if you were to say I want to produce my own special, was there even a price tag to like doing it? That's crazier. Were people even like
it was ridiculous
the comedy scene needing you?
It was back then. It was the platforms that were producing the specials. You know what I mean? There were platforms produced. None of these HBO or Showtime or you know what I mean.
So it'd be a big production.
And they owned.
They owned it, right?
Special. They owned that special. They could mass produce it, and because you only got one
take at it.
Yeah.
Damn. So in a sense, do you think that it's
thank God for Netflix and
okay,
and that I thank God for the time that you can produce your own special.
Yeah.
And say fuck them.
Yeah,
because they're not looking for you.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I mean?
they're never ever like I mean in show business they're never ever looking for like the next best thing because they're such a big fan of what you do. It's how marketable and how much money you can make.
But the people that run comedy don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's because, and I'm probably not gonna get booked after this, but it's because it's about social media platforms.
Word, I heard that.
And how many followers you got, rather than substance.
And what
will bring people back.
Right.
Because like we were talking earlier, we were discussing it earlier. You go to a comedy show, it's either good, bad.
Yeah. It's never in the middle.
Cut and dry.
That's real shit.
Never in the middle. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
If there
Has
was
it always been like that?
Yeah, that's how it works.
There you go, people. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how comedy. That's how stand up is. You know, because the general public hates on you. Because the general public is stupid, and you know they're coming in like sheep, you know, and they believe what's told to them.
So in a sense,
you know what I mean.
It's like if they see somebody on a flyer, it's like they just bam. It's like they're already.
Oh, they got to be good there on a flyer.
That's okay. So that's the logic. You're thinking it's like a majority of the people are out there looking at. Yeah. That does kind of make sense. I feel like that happened to the music game first.
Yeah.
You know?
There it is.
Because remember back in the day, you would see a headliner, and you wouldn't see his supporting.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's more of a discovery, I think. Because you're not going to go see the supporting. Yeah, you are.
Kind of.
But it's got to be the dude on the poster. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
It's got to be the dude on the poster that brings it home. You can't. Your supporting shouldn't. Your supporting should never be funnier than your headliner.
Just like in music, the opening band should never out-rock the headliner.
Yeah.
It's like an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
But
DJs too.
The feature should be as good as the headliner.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because the features, that's the next step. So the guest, this is the way I see how it would work. Like, okay, you go to your average comedy club, you go see a headliner on the weekend, and they do, the host feature headliner. Right. Host does 12. Headliner feature does 20, 25. Headliner does 42 an hour.
Is that the average headliner time?
Yeah.
42 an hour?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. If you're good.
If you're good.
Yeah.
If you can hold the crowd.
Yeah, because the word headliner's been so stretched out and just worn out and just.
Yeah.
You're not a headliner if you do a show and there are 10 comics all doing 20 minutes.
So what do you mean? Like,
no, or you know what I mean? Like it's all just like shitty, like just shitty during the week. Outside LA shows, like just the bad promoters that get the guys that
you're like one guy to stand out of the 10 and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
You're not a headliner when you do that.
well,
You're a closer, but you're not a headliner.
what do you think? What do you think makes a headliner?
When you go out of town and people are coming to see you.
Damn.
Repeatedly, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's like years.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you're selling tickets, you're a headliner.
There you go. Same thing.
Selling
in
tickets in towns you don't live in.
Yeah, same thing with fucking DJs and bands. You know, if you're coming from out of town and you get a repeat crowd to come in, you're gonna get booked a lot more.
Yeah, because you gotta each night you gotta hit and then leave.
Yeah.
Damn. Now,
You know what I mean?
do you-
Because in small towns like
Yeah.
like El Paso, for instance, or something like that, I have a huge following.
No, I would say like, do you think that some cities are more kind of like built for the actual pace of the demand of comedy? Because I feel like in LA, there's like for a long time it was just like the store and Laugh Factory was all you knew, and it would I mean like when I would say like, you know, I've heard stories like shit like there would be like a show Rogan would be on back in the day and like it'd be like 5 people in the room and it would be just empty. And, like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Oh, dude, there was a time that the store was horrible. It was run by this dickhead named Tommy, who destroyed it. He called me a nigger.
What?
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
like in front. I'm not passed at the store because it's the store has politics. I'm good at the store, but
There's politics over
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, okay.
I don't do the. I don't want to talk about that because then somebody will get all Bruce talk shit about the comedy store. No, Bruce loves the comedy store, but each club has its own
Agenda, right?
and
Right.
its own.
Thing.
Yeah,
What's one?
I can judge. I can judge a roast battle. I can do shows. I can pop in, but I've never.
Now, what's your club that you've had the most fun at being at?
Yeah. What club do you like working out at the most?
Ontario. Or
Nice.
That's a nice club too.
yeah, or that's where I started. Or
Is that like where your hometown's at?
yeah, I live in Upland.
Upland, is that like born
Oh,
and
playing
No,
IE.
no, I grew up in El Monte.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
We were just in El Monte the other day.
Cabeza.
Yeah. Cabeza.
No, they weren't getting head. They were
Eating
eating
cabeza.
eating cabeza.
Great.
Yeah, man, that's Ontario Improv. What about like going out of state?
Out of state clubs.
Yeah. Like, is there a place that you like going to? You're like,
City.
You know what, this is always a good.
Oh,
City
El
club.
Paso comic strip.
No, because I was gonna ask, like, there's certain, like, what I was going to earlier is that there's certain cities that I feel they're more built for like a very fast-paced I guess comedy scene, because
Yeah, they have to be the bigger cities.
like Vegas,
in the state. Yeah,
like in,
Vegas is always great.
Texas, you know, New York,
Yeah, Vegas is always great. The Dirty at 12:30.
the dirty.
about
at
Portland?
12:30.
Yeah, it's the longest running show and well, not longest running independent show. It's one of the biggest of the
Where's
shows.
that at?
It's at the South Point. Sorry guys, I'm really high. South Point. I love you guys. They have me a picture on the wall there. I forgot it. I'm sorry. But it's at
He's
this,
having my picture on the wall, but I forgot.
sorry, I'm high. Okay.
We did smoke a big ass joint.
Exactly. But it's hosted by Gabe Lopez, and it's at 12:30 every Friday night, and it's free. They have major headliners like Rogan stopped by Uncle Joey, Christopher Titus, big names. You know the names you respect.
Yeah, like
The ones that are you know what I mean?
yeah.
'Cause-
No, it's the kind. I know what you mean. It's to the people that really are making it more complex than it needs to be. The people you see at the fucking light up fucking names up there in the big stores, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you're wondering why I'm doing all this stuff with my arm, I fucked up my shoulder.
What was he
Couple
doing,
weeks
man?
ago.
Is there, you got,
Me
you got
too.
A heavy hobby aside from from comedy.
Yeah, I fight crime.
You
at
fight
night.
crime?
Yeah.
On the
Like,
side.
funny man. That's what my name. You know, comedian by night, superhero by nighter.
Now, now what do you like? You being so experienced in the comedy game.
I'm saying I'm not
What's-
so experienced.
Well, I
you
mean,
learn.
18
is a
years
whole
in
kid,
anything
man.
is
Like, you know what I mean?
experience, bro.
Yeah, comedy is a living thing, so it constantly changes.
It's like water, right?
Well, what
Yeah,
has,
it's like
fluid.
like Bruce water. Yeah,
Yeah, be like the water.
yeah.
what has been like I guess the most positive change you can say you've seen? Because like I remember you said, oh, like it's like it's social media in a way, you know, like thank God for Netflix and stuff like that. I mean, is that like one of the changes that you said like changed
Yeah.
for the better?
Yeah, because it gives comics a chance to make their own money.
And creative control as well,
Creative
right?
Control.
Of like how they're presented.
Exactly. You're not a puppet of a network.
Right.
Well, technically, you are.
Is that how that
You
like
own it.
HBO and all them back in the day used to do that, like HBO Showtime and all that? They
Yeah.
used to kind of like dictate,
Exactly.
aside from maybe the material that was written from the comics, because they obviously had a hand in it as well.
Exactly.
But pretty much the whole show was.
But the network ran it. You know,
Right.
they had control of it. What was the last HBO special that what was the last good HBO special you saw?
Damn, I can't remember the last
The
time.
last good one.
a special, like a comedy special, or
Yes.
just like or documentary.
Comedy special.
Ooh, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Because they're not special anymore.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all cookie cutter. It's all, there's no pizzazz. No, you know what I mean? You're not buying the guy.
There's no
You know,
charisma.
this is what we're throwing to you. 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 And you're gonna eat it because you're the public and you're stupid
Right.
because you're sheep.
Take this.
That's what it is.
I mean, don't you
With
think?
Netflix.
But don't you think that like I mean, because there was so many years of that, being a part of the comedy scene, don't you? At least now, like you said, they have a better control. It evens out. Not necessarily gives you a fair shot at like shopping yourself directly. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like, you actually have like when you're doing all the work yourself and feel you have more of a realistic
Yeah.
shot to landing that home run somewhere. You know?
Yeah, because you have to, you have more to lose if you're doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But why shouldn't it be the best that you put out there?
Right.
Because even Netflix puts out crap.
Hell, yes.
The
yeah.
majority.
Hey, some of them series.
The majority of Netflix shit is crap.
Man, I see no lie.
And some of my friends put out crap. I'm not gonna name names, but but it's out there.
Yep.
That's really true.
Yeah, but
And
you're right.
That's
That's the big fucking big upper hand people got nowadays. I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
And when I do mine, because you can make a special and I've seen some of them made for $6,000,
Right.
and that's cheap
Hell yeah.
to me. That's not a special.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's very more realistic because.
There's nothing in the wraparound.
But I mean, but what would a production company take that and like? I mean, if everything was still under, like, let's say HBO did that, back then, I would imagine you wouldn't know realistically how much got into it because you were never you're never in charge or even allowed to see those purchases or like see how much got spent into the budget. They could tell you, oh, we spent $12,000.
yeah, but because they controlled it.
Yeah, so
because they had the money behind it.
So I mean, if anything, I'm like, people should be like, holy shit! Imagine if I was like signed to somewhere, I would have been getting over it. But $5,000 to $6,000. I mean, realistically, like if I think most of the labels, they wouldn't really go out of the way. They'd really try to keep that money in. So that's probably what they would be spending it on. I think so. I mean, if you are gonna give it one
'Cause you
solid,
can-
if you're gonna get one solid shot, you definitely want to
Yeah.
go out and get the fucking
You wanna
pizzazz
bring-
and all that shit.
Because look, there's not a lot of Netflix specials out there that are the one angle shot.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have one? Why would you have that? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that's how cheap they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no like nothing in the wraparound, nothing at the beginning, nothing at the end, like a good lead in, like
Right.
a variety show kind of,
Right.
like,
I hear what you're saying.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And at the end he gets off and then something happens in the wraparound. There's not even that anymore.
You're saying everything kind of like got. I don't know. It sounds like you feel that they kind of took the fun out of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go from there?
Bring it back.
That's
Put the fun in funeral.
put the fun in. Put the fun in funeral. Goddamn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
Gothic comedy. It's
Gothcom.
coming. Woo!
Hey, bro. See you at Gothcom.
That'd be kind of cool.
I only met like two. What is it?
You ever been with a
Gothcom.
gotcha?
Yeah, I've been with a god chick, but I'm saying I've only met like two. What is it?
You talk
What is
like.
it? What is it? What is it? Black dudes. They were fucking
Joy
goth.
Division.
You know what I mean? Like they were like, oh yeah, I go to goth parties. I was like, really? I was
And
like,
the time
and then like they start showing you pictures. They're like, yeah, I dressed up like a vampire. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Gothcom.
I remember B back in the day hanging out in Pasadena. We hung out at the same parties back in the day.
What was this? Like a fucking a Blade 2 party? I mean,
Oh, wow. Bam, bam, bam.
No, all right. You said back in the day you how long ago was this goth Bruce?
Oh shit, like 20, like almost 30 years ago.
30
It
years.
was just hanging out with them because the god chicks were hot.
That was what was
I
it?
wasn't god, but god chicks were hot.
So how did you
And I like some of the music. Like I like Bauhaus. I just saw Bauhaus recently. Because I like music. So it was more music.
I like music.
Do you feel that like you? I mean, you come from that time where it's like maybe like it was so out of place to see somebody like if I like see you like into that scene, you know what I mean? I feel like now it's more acceptable because like you know what I mean? Like everybody's like you can be whatever the fuck you want to be.
It's true.
I feel like back then there was like a lot of pressure. It's just like, oh, you like this shit? That's not what you're supposed to like.
Yeah. Because I was the only black guy, and then
Hanging out with
guys, who were shunned.
Did you go all out though, Bruce?
There was a kinsmanship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was like Nightbreed.
I mean,
have you ever read Clive Barker?
how far did you go with the goth thing though? Did you paint your nails?
No.
Oh no, he's
No,
like
you just
hell
hang
no.
out. You can hang out and not have
You
to.
can paint like a thumbnail.
Yeah.
You
What do you mean? You paint like a thumbnail? Like,
Yeah,
When
that
you're
wasn't
black,
cool.
You
That
can
was
like paint one thumbnail and like
and that let them know.
like, and that's not gonna give you a question. You're like, oh, nigga got a dead nail. That's
I was gonna say like, is that what? Is that what you tell people? Like, cause I'd imagine the thumb thing is probably to hide it very well because like you
Right.
said, it's a dead nail.
It's dead nail, fam.
Be like, I got
Excuse me
I
when
got
I
my
listen
hand
so you have to be goth in stealth, like stealth goth
Under-
in the ghetto.
Undercover goth.
Why you wearing black? Nobody dead. Like,
That's how I
they
feel.
question- And they question you.
They will.
What are
It's
you talking about?
true.
Going back home and shit, or like
Yeah.
God's question?
How come you got pumpkins ain't making no pie? They
Man,
really do.
So 30 years ago, see,
And there were no black goth black chicks in the 80s. Bullshit.
yeah, I was I haven't met a goth black chick.
But when there are black chicks at goth clubs, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? Because they would hang out, because they were like me, and they do their. It's good.
I don't know. I've never really gotten into. I
'Cause
can't.
I've seen so many changes in music. I've been in like the different scenes.
Yeah. I mean, is
And
goth is the goth scene?
Goth was just good memories.
Is that
Because that was
the?
the beginning. Because that was the beginning, like 2021.
But is that the only scene that you've gotten into heavy, or is there like any other scene where you're like, you know what?
Mine. I was a ska boy.
A ska boy?
I'm a ska boy to the heart.
Damn, man.
Nice.
I can't.
Specials.
See, that's the one
Spe-
thing.
yes. My favorite band.
Nice.
Specials, Untouchables,
Right.
Madness.
Yep.
You know what's
One
that dance?
step
what's that dance
beyond.
No, but it's a certain kind of dance.
Skank.
Skanking. Yeah, there it is.
Skanking.
I can't skank anymore. I'm old.
I remember that shit. You know what?
I just saw the Untouchables
My
at the
homegirl.
Palace,
Yeah.
and there are a bunch of old ska people, and they're skanking, and they couldn't get up. They're just stuck. It was just fucking. It
My
was pathetic
homegirl.
actually, because I was like, I ain't dancing for shit.
No, my homegirl BJ, she's a huge. She's really into specials and untouchables, and so
that's the one thing that I mean, I like the whole incorporated use of the trumpet and stuff like that. And it was dope. I just couldn't get into it, but I remember I went to a couple of shows, and I just remember seeing. I was like, why are they dancing like that?
Dude, that was just.
If you ever seen ska dancing, it's like it's something. It's something.
it is something else.
Dude, yeah, I used to skank.
It's
But you know what? It's more just like
a movement.
It's a move. Yeah, it's a movement. It's too much pressure.
I remember.
It's like it's and ska and skanking is Jamaican. All of ska is Jamaican.
Ska is Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Like
real?
a rude boy. Rude
Yeah.
boys are Jamaican.
Yeah.
Rude boy is what another
Like
genre.
the rude boys are.
Like the rebels, kind of.
Yeah. Like like the Aryans kind of took the bomber jacket look. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? From the
Shaved heads. Yeah.
I was gonna ask,
Skinheads.
I was gonna ask you in your material you put out like certain historic facts every now and then. Are you a history junkie?
I'm just old.
like do you?
I was there. God damn it.
That's rad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you're gonna talk, if you're gonna say something on stage, you gotta have your facts straight.
Like, okay, so what's something that you recently learned, factual, that kind of you were like,
old.
no,
No, because I'm waking. Because it takes me 7 minutes to get up in the morning now. Like serious, like it hurts.
or yeah,
Like it's like, especially because it's been cold here in
Black people
in
get
LA.
cold,
It's
bro.
been I'm surprised the penguins are black.
yeah,
It's fucking here in LA. It's been fucking cold, and you ever hear that saying? It's so cold, I can feel it in my bones.
yeah. I felt that cold before.
Yeah,
You're like that. That's
and I have arthritis in my feet,
fucks you up.
and it's brutal. It's just that's why I smoke weed. Just like that motherfucker up.
Yeah, you got man. You've been.
We outsmoked you in this.
Yeah, dude. What happened? You were supposed to smoke.
Hey, you know what, though,
I had to
man?
maintain. I saw the last episode.
Hey, no, you know what though? Throughout the whole, we fucked Bruce up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we smoked. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got pretty high
I
early.
lit one of those up before the show, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn,
I
man.
woke up in bed.
This fucking weed is hitting Bruce right now. Like, god damn.
I woke up in bed with King Taco. And I swear to God,
That's the best feeling ever.
I kind of remember leaving and getting on the freeway, and then I just woke up in King Taco.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't,
Sean,
we take it there, man.
you want to take a hit, Sean? Can you come on?
Yeah, you can come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Sean McBride. And by the way, he's on.
Look at him. He's not gotta come in, sir.
No.
Hey, no, he was getting ready to give him like a comic intro, like he's gonna go up
Sean
next
McBride.
and shit.
What's up?
By the way, E-Zone.
What's up, man?
Great job this past weekend at Flappers Comedy Club.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me out there.
Yes, and Sean McBride was on the show. Great job, you guys.
Yeah.
Sean McBride's very funny.
Say what's up, Sean. You're talking to one of the
What's up, America? Or is
The
this
world.
an international?
The
Yeah. What's up,
world, Craig.
world? What's up, world?
The world, Craig.
Sean, you remind me of that you'd be really good
See,
friends
I don't
with
even
the
need
guy
a chair.
you
I
named
just
here that
can
worked
stand right
named
here.
Colton.
I'm like an old school sportscaster. Just put me up there.
And Sean McBride with sports.
No, it's like
The Lakers are taking on the Denver Nuggets right now.
we have only like one white employee here, bro. You know, and it's like when I heard you come up here and talk, it's like I'm like, man, this guy seems like he'd be really good friends with Colton. And, you know, like I'm just like
Me and Colton go way back. We went to
It's
preschool
like-
together.
See, that sounds
played
way
basketball.
believable, man. Like
Third grade basketball team. I was actually a forward on that team. Got a lot of rebounds. Even
it's
with
like
my
we're
small
both from
size.
Minnesota. That's dope, man. Yeah, man. It was a fun time. I thank you for having me on that show, man. And it's I mean, start doing this whole thing with the whole doing stand up thing is new to me. I really get to enjoy going to.
What was your first set?
My first set was in Toronto, Canada, at the West Side corner comedy store. It's like the small.
So you still kept the West Side though.
Yeah, I did. I did the West Side. I did 2 shows my first night doing comedy ever. Out of Toronto, I did 2 shows back to back. I did the 8:30 show and then I did the 11:30 show.
Right on.
And
how did it feel?
It felt good because Jason took me he told me before, he's like, hey man, he's like, if they heckle you and they boo you out of here, I brought you to the grimiest. So he's like, it's either all or you go back home and it's not for you. And then sure enough, I was
That's so
like,
great. Like somebody to
That-
have
that's
somebody
fucking- I'm gonna
care
give him a
for
hug.
you, to like usher you into it. Like most people don't have that. That's
Yeah.
actually really cool.
And it starts you like this is what it is.
his friends were looking at him like, I've never seen him like he doesn't even talk to his mother like this. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
was like
You
they
don't
were-
hear about Jason Rouse
He was
being
like- he was
hush little
like-
baby, don't say a
Yes,
word.
All right.
It's cool as fuck, man.
Oh, he's
Dude,
great.
dude. Man, I want to tour with him, and just have like and call it awkward, right? And it's me and Jason Rouse.
Watching people that
And
aren't
friends.
expecting it react to him is one of my favorite things in comedy.
Oh yeah, the
Like
crowd.
when you've watched an audience that is like received comedy, just a regular comedy show, and then Jason comes on at the end, and they aren't fucking ready for it, and they're like decent people, like they got jobs and shit, like it's
somebody
so
that has a grandma with
funny.
actual Alzheimer's and shit.
Yeah.
And-
You see them, but like those people live in a bubble. Like
they
that's
gotta-
the thing. They don't. Nothing bad ever happens to them, and so it's like
And-
he shoves it
and-
right in people's
Offended.
face. It's
And
so
he's
great.
fucking doing this shit with the
Oh,
the fucking
yeah.
the paint fucking noise.
that got me.
Yeah, that is
That's so great when he's on the Dice special doing it.
But that is that's who took me out there, and that was my first show. And then
That's fucking.
I even do it in
awesome.
Spanish too, man. I did a show out here with Felipe, and then I did one with Martin Moreno. So
You done
was
it
like-
with Richard Villa?
Yeah, and what's his name? Feature
I
Peter.
love Richard.
Peter Root. I forget.
Welcome to the biz.
Thank you, man. Thank you. See, that means a lot coming from from you and because you have your fair experience in this game, and it's
Because I don't hand out compliments.
see that makes it even more genuine. Eh? I appreciate that, man.
And
So how long have you been doing it?
Fuck. Hey, when did I go to Canada? It's like I want to say like what 4 months ago.
Stop it. You started 4 months ago?
yeah.
On there was it? 4
Holy
months ago?
shit.
5 months maybe.
Dude, that is I'm even more impressed after having seen you.
Dude, you were in September.
Did I leave in September, Ray?
Do you remember?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I left in September, and then I just came back. And,
You had such a natural likability up there. Like the crowd really liked you. I thought that like I am shocked that you've only been doing it
That
for
came from-
4
That
months.
came
Thanks,
from
man.
hosting this.
yeah, see, that's what it is. I feel that like me doing all the like 5 years being here and just hosting and interviewing people and hosting like these like weed events and all these. I got to deal with so many types of personality. I mean, I got to be in communication, so it's like I kind of like learned to always analyze things respectively, with like
Yeah.
to an extent, even though I'm very vulgar with what
Strategically.
I say.
Strategically.
Yeah,
Very
strategically.
very calculated.
It's like who you can fucking start just being an asshole with to your friends in front of. You know what I mean? And then like that kind of shift to like learning how to respect somebody just based on their looks. You know
You
what I
have
mean?
good pacing.
Thank you, man. It means a lot, man. I've been trying, man, and
Yeah, you just gotta
love doing it.
learn like structure a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, like you have so many natural things. Like that was like the only thing where it's like I was watching and I was like, if you tightened up a couple little things here and there, it's like, man, this guy's gonna be fucking fire.
thank you.
But I'll
man.
recommend a good book for you afterwards if you want like something to check it out that it like really breaks it down. Great.
Hell yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the biz.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. How do you feel, C-? Are you high?
Maybe.
You know what, man?
I think he feels left out.
This
hey,
is-
man.
this is
you
almost-
gotta get on stage too, nigga.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta start doing stand up now.
For
Hey.
real.
No,
I think-
man,
no,
I can't.
I
Nah,
understand.
Yo,
I can't do that.
You know what's
I think you should.
the
No.
funny? What
There's
is
a
it?
competition between you two.
Well, fuck him first of all, but no.
And that's why I think you should. See that heat coming from that. Imagine that.
From
Wah,
even-
woo,
Nah,
ah,
every time I see C minus in the crowd or he goes, I gotta make sure I drug him so he shuts up during my show.
Yeah.
I can't have him heckling me.
Fuck yeah.
Grab
Fuck
it, grab it,
him.
bro. Grab it.
Oh, yeah.
First of all,
Is
fuck
that
him
pineapple?
Yeah,
and the
he's a
click he
pineapple.
grabs
Oh,
game.
oh, I love pineapple.
Yeah, those are pineapple things.
Oh, man, look
And
at
those are
that,
blue
boy.
things.
They treat you right here on Be Real.
Yeah,
TV,
have at it.
boy.
Eat them.
Now you're really gonna wake up next to tacos.
Eat them up.
Oh,
Yup,
fuck
yup.
yeah. Dude, that was the best sleep I got in a while.
It's the best. Edible sleep is like the
Oh, my God.
edible sleep is like it's like a baby roofie. You know, you just, it's like a baby roofie. It's baby roofs. It's baby roofies.
I like little baby.
eat so many Swedish fish right now.
Oh, that's it, man. That is such a white person candy. like Swedish fish. Like
Love that shit.
they taste like the what's the one with the gumdrop ones, the yellow box dots. I hate those.
Well, they eat nigger
Why do you hate dots?
They fucking have no taste. Yeah, see, like everybody's like, "What's up with dots?"
What is that?
Those little fucking gumdrops. Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, they are useless.
The ice cream is the future.
No, not the dots.
They look like fucking shrunken Jello cups. They suck.
They do suck. I
Yeah.
agree. I concur, sir.
Who wants a shooter?
I don't even know what the
Yo,
fuck that is.
They're these little wannabe like jelly candies, and they pretty much are useless. They have no taste. Each
they're
color.
like fucking Milk Duds' retarded brother. Number one, I want to thank you for coming on and just doing coming back and doing the podcast on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. I love that whenever I have my good friends come up in here that I can see the levels of them getting fucked up, because I already knew from the beginning when we lit that joint over there. I was like, oh, I forgot. I was like I shouldn't have rolled the super big one right off the bat, but I rolled 4.
Yeah.
So I know I did my
I'm still
job.
standing.
Oh, of course, and I know you're gonna eat a bunch of tacos.
Yes.
I know you, or a burrito maybe.
Oh, God, yes.
But where can the people that are watching follow you, subscribe if you have a podcast, and if you have any upcoming shows, shout them out.
Check out my my website, Bruce Jingles, BruceJingles.com, and you can get all my dates
Show dates.
that are coming up and everything. And happy holidays to you guys.
What's your IG?
My IG is Bruce Jingles, at Bruce Jingles, BruceJingles. Boom.
Make sure you fucking check out Bruce. Go to his website, check out the dates, because I mean, this guy's funny, man. I mean, this
Pandora and Spotify too, baby.
There you go, man. And I mean, this dude's funny. He's been doing it for a while, and it's a big difference between people that pop off from the whole YouTube shit and go ahead and start doing it to somebody who
Yeah, Bruce is the real fucking deal.
you know what I mean?
man.
People that have this kind of experience, you can soak up a lot of game, and it's always dope kicking it with you, man. It's like this is what I like.
And he's asleep.
It's live.
What a,
This shit's live. This is-
what about you, bro? Where can they check you out? You got a website?
SeanSMcBride.com, and that's also my IG at Sean S. McBride.
There you go, man. Make sure you check him out. It's
Hey.
another real funny dude.
By the way,
What's up?
are we all going on a Laker game?
I mean, shit, if we can, why not? I don't see why
We know people.
Shit, if we know people. You know what? All right, we're back here on another episode here on this season of the We Don't Smoke the Same show with myself, guest co-host, fucking Sidedick Eddie, and fucking C minus here, man.
Yeah.
I thought I was a regular co-host now.
Well, yeah, you're kind of like a
Yeah, you
you're
are the
pretty much
regular.
Yeah, well, regular co-host. Sorry, dog. This is what happens when you show up late and we've been getting fucked up all day. Yeah.
Hey, dog.
Yeah, oh, look at C minus. I would have called, but
I would have called, yeah, but you know.
my phone if wound up missing.
My
Yes.
Bluetooth was out in my car, dog. I couldn't call nobody.
I mean, it's been a minute since we sat back down on this table.
I know, dog. I think I had a haircut at that time.
Yeah,
People
man.
are tripping, dog. They're like, hey, yo, how come you're growing your hair out and your beard out and everything like that? You look like shit. I'm like, look, dog.
Wow, that's tight.
Every December, every year, child support, I got to go in there and give them my earnings statements. So once a year, dog, I look like shit like this. So I'm like, look, man, I can't even fucking live nowhere. I'm homeless. I got to keep that shit at 150, dog.
Eddie probably starts renting out a really shitty apartment and like.
Oh, I go in there bummy as fuck, dog. You think I could afford that? As soon as I walk out of there, dog, I'm at the shop getting lined up, everything.
He's all posting it up, tagging his social
Yeah,
worker.
dog. Fucking child support don't got Instagram.
Man, dog. Hey, I don't know, man. You'd be surprised. Man. Have you ever been to the child support office?
Have I ever been to the child support office?
I mean, but I don't know how that works. Like, once they file, like, all right, so when a girl files for you for child support, dog.
First of all, dog, bitches know if they file on me, they're getting punched in the ribs. So that ain't gonna happen. But I had one file on me, dog, and she ended up taking an L because not only that she got punched in the ribs, but she was getting less than what I was already giving her.
Wow.
Damn.
So for shits and giggles, like, here's the rest, bitch. I don't care.
Damn, dog. I
Child
mean,
support, they look at you like you're the biggest piece of shit of the world when you come in, dog.
I mean, but what happens? Is it like getting served and shit? Like, I mean, like, is that like the fucking last straw when like a bitch is like, oh, you know what, dude? I can't deal with this motherfucker. I'm taking everything he has.
Not for me. What fucked it up for me was the bitch I was with, dog. This fucking dumbass white girl. White girls think they fucking know everything, dog. They're so like sheltered growing up. So everything was cool between me and her until she was like, hey, I think you should just go after full custody because she's a shitty mom. And I'm like, you know what? It's cool right now. I see them all the time and everything. This is when they're little. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, everything works. And so she's like, look, man, we're going to do it. So this bitch tells her that. And all of a sudden, she's freaking out. She's like, oh, really? Okay, I got you. And bitch fucking hit me with the serve, dog. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Got me, dog. She gets
all because that white girl fucking try to
yeah, man.
try to
I'm like,
empower
bitch,
you and say, come on, Eddie.
this ain't Lifetime. They don't work like that in the real world. But she ended up getting less than what I was giving her, so she was even more mad.
What happens if you don't pay that shit?
Oh, if you don't pay, they start with dog. It's over.
What do you mean, dog?
It's over. That's it, dog.
You go to jail?
You like watching cable, right?
Yeah.
You pay your cable bill. It's on. You don't pay it. That shit's off, dog.
They fucking unplug your kid.
Everything. You don't
They
need.
unplug your
They
kid.
fucking send you a picture. He's like, if you don't fucking send this
Right.
bill, I'm gonna fucking shoot this motherfucker.
What was crazy was for me when that shit happened, dog. I was like, well, fuck this bitch, dog. I'm giving her this. I'm giving her that. Like these fools got every Jordan that ever came out. Like I'm lacing these fools out. Like decking them out. And then you know what they told me? They're like, nah, all that's considered gifts. Like you have to have
Like a prostitute.
You have to have money orders.
It was just a donation.
Like even the receipts I had, they were like, fuck your receipts, dog. Like you need like money order receipts. Like that's it. So none of that shit mattered.
Damn, that's
So,
some shit you really don't think about when you don't have a kid.
Oh yeah, dog. They got into detail. I thought it was cool, dog. I came in there with like all the shirt tags that I bought them, like how much they cost, everything. Like what the fuck is this shit? They said this shit don't matter. Like these are all gifts. Like I know, but I've been there since day one.
You ever been to that office, C-?
What?
The child support office?
Yeah.
Is it a bitch?
Yeah.
Damn.
It is, dog.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's.
And then it's all chicks working there most of the time, so they're mad.
Yeah.
Because their man left them. So like every time they see a guy in there, they see them. You know what I'm
See
saying?
the enemy? Like, when you're a gangbanger?
Like,
Yeah.
bitches are like the water boy in there, dog.
Damn.
Imagining their baby daddy on different types of bodies.
That's just some things you might want to think about before you nut at somebody.
Nah.
Nah. Well, I mean.
There's roller coasters,
I'm just
horseback
saying for our
riding.
viewers out there.
You can go ATV and flip it on accident. You can water down the stairs a lot. Like there's many things you can do to avoid
You
that.
visit the ATM.
Play football and shit. Just throw that shit at her real hard in the stomach, dog. Hard. Drop back and everything. Blue 42. Blue 42. Hut. Drop back and just chuck it at her stomach.
The Eddie method.
That's it.
Damn, dog. I'm fucking.
Hey, you ever had a chick tell you she had a miscarriage and you had to pretend like you were sad?
Damn. Hold on. All right. Well,
I had to, dog, and I was happy.
you know what? I haven't. All right.
I
Look.
was so happy, dog.
Look, I haven't. I mean, look, I haven't like had to pretend that we're sad, but like we were looking at each other like, oh my god, thank God you didn't have to get the abortion, like just like,
Nah, dog.
yeah, like we were looking at each other like that, like.
I even named them, dog. I was like,
Damn, bro, shut
Named
the fuck up. You
him.
named him, bro.
Dude, they took little Pablo from me.
Wait, I mean, how far along was this girl?
She was like probably 3-4 months, dog.
Damn, bro.
Nah, she was past the abortion time because like I went to take this bitch to get the abortion.
It's like the size of a
and
dog
they were like,
turd.
this shit's like $550. I go, bitch, my car payment's $550. Like I'm not paying for this shit. So I was like, I'm stuck. So fucking.
It's $500, bro.
But they were like, she has to go under and everything, anesthesia, and like, and, you know, this and that can happen, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I felt bad for her, dog, because they were like, someone's gonna have to take care of her after this. So I'm like, I still gotta talk to this bitch. So I was like, fuck, man. Like, I ended up being like, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, we'll ride it out. We'll see what happens, you know.
Aw.
JC, if you got me, you got me. And apparently,
JC the carpenter.
dog. So when she told me, I had to be like, oh my god, like, what the fuck, yo? Like, I had to pretend like I was hugging her, and like she wrapped her arms around me and put her head on my shoulder. And while she was doing that, I was texting some other bitch. I was like, yeah, we're clear, boo.
Damn, dog, that's some savage shit. I mean, that's pretty hardcore, man. Like, not pretending to be I'm happy, but like, I mean, I haven't had her. We were both actually really happy when it happened to me. We were just like, man, because you know when you're waiting for that, like, cause you know there's that Plan B pill, and then there's the Plan B oh shit pill. You know, like the one where like you can take it after a month into it, and you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. But like that shit, like they tell you on the box, like you have to get that shit from a doctor. Like they tell you that shit's gonna hurt. So
Damn.
whatever it is, like you have to wait a whole fucking month to fucking get that pill, right? And you know, throughout that whole month, this bitch had to be pregnant and shit. And then one day, like I think it was like, going on the third week, and I'm over here already getting sick of it, dog. Like I'm over here, I'm over here like, you're using this shit as everything's an excuse for acting a bitch. It's only like the first month, right?
Damn.
And I'm over here like the whole. I wasn't just praying to JC, dog. I was over here. I was like, look, Buddha.
You even
Satan,
talk to the devil, like, look,
whoever, like,
yo,
whoever,
you want this soul? Now's the time, nigga.
Hey, you know how bounty hunters get their jobs and shit? They have to look through the files and shit.
Yeah.
That's how I was looking through the fucking the files of God's. Like, look, who wants to pick this mission up? And yeah, dog. I was like, got that call one day, and it was like, oh, just lost it. And I was like, oh hell yeah! Like we was both happy. It was probably one of the best moments of my life.
I've had a girl fucking abort a kid and not tell me.
Damn.
She's like, I want a kid with you. Are you serious? And I was like, bitch. She goes, it was a boy too, just to let you know. I was like, damn, dog.
She did that shit out of
You
spite.
took my quarterback.
Damn, man. I mean, I've only had to deal with that shit once, and I've never had to go to the actual abortion office. Plan B is like, oh, you gotta look at it like this,
You never
people.
like been into the
Rookie.
clinic though, the abortion clinic?
Hell no.
Oh, dog. Man,
You don't
bro.
know when they know you on a first name basis. Like, oh, shit,
I got
what's
a
up,
varsity Letterman jacket with like different clinics on there.
No, instead of years, he's at the
You
different
got all the
trimesters.
years.
Yeah,
Varsity.
dog. This baby was 3 months old.
Yeah, no. Instead of the jerseys, it's the trimester and night and shit.
Dog,
For
when you first park, it's like you park and then you get out of the car full and there's fucking people out there from like church or wherever the fuck they worship.
No, please. No.
They're just fucking, look, this baby, like, you, if you need help, we'll help you, blah, blah. Like, yeah, bitch, you can help me by getting the fuck out of the way and not convincing this bitch to keep this shit. Like, that's how you can help me. So, like, you're just
Wait, you have
dealing
like
with, like,
Jehovah's Witnesses outside and shit?
I don't know. I think they're Christians or I don't know what the
Like
fuck
Pentecostal
they are.
motherfuckers.
What are the ones that touch the little kids? I don't know who they are.
Pederassers.
Yeah. So,
Catholic.
they're just pressing you, dog, right when you get in there to not go in there. So you got to fight through them, dog. Like you're
Fuck
trying
them.
to buy a pair of Jordans at the mall on Christmas and shit. Get past them. When you're in there, the bitch that's working there is looking at you like you're the most disgusting person in the world. 'Cause
Like
you're
you
killing
pushed her
stuff.
to this.
Yeah, like you did this.
Now look what you made me do.
Fill out some paperwork, dog. Put her in the fucking room and shit. They let her know, like, hey,
And
someone
he's
has-
like, I'm already on file.
yeah, right, right.
Can't scare
Case
me.
number 224. So they fucking say, hey, someone needs to drive her home because she's gonna be like, they're gonna put anesthesia on her and then they're fucking go in there and scrape out the little bastard out. So they do that, fool, and she comes out like she just walked out of a Cypress Hill concert in the early 90s, dog, just in the days, dog, and you gotta help this bitch in the car, put the seatbelt on her. This bitch is still leaking out blood at the same time. Like,
What the
and-
fuck? They don't put a Band-Aid and shit?
On the what? On the big ass pussy hole?
Put a little Band-Aid in there.
Hey,
Be like,
so when that's done, like, it takes like maybe 3 to 6 hours for that shit to fucking wear off, the medicine and shit. And then you're just dealing with the chick that's just destroyed, dog.
you just got her on Epstein mode?
Yeah, dog. Like,
Like, she just doesn't know
you
what's
can,
going on?
yeah, like you can just see the look, like the look of something's missing in her eyes, dog.
It's like the look of a killer. You know, when somebody just murks somebody, they just have that dead stare.
No, it's like she witnessed a killing, like that look, and it's like I don't know who who am I gonna tell about this? Because no bitch wants to tell their friends like, yo, bitch, you know what I did today? Like you're not gonna say that, dog.
Remember how I told you I was pregnant?
Yeah,
I
guess
told
what's
you,
gone?
This motherfucker is out.
Guess who could drink again?
Right?
Yeah.
No, bitches that know that they're gonna kill the baby. They're still drinking, dog.
Yeah.
They didn't stop.
This ain't gonna help you, little bud.
He's gonna die anyways.
He don't even know.
I knew some bitch that sold her kid, fool.
Oh.
No.
That shit was crazy. This bitch was heartless, dog. I knew her very well.
So since the baby was
Very
born,
well.
as-
I know you know who you know talking about, bitch.
Hey, so as soon as the baby was born, she was like, "Fuck it, take it."
Dog. So look. I'm gonna get in.
This is allegedly,
I'm gonna get in
people.
deep with it.
This is
ain't
allegedly,
This is-
people.
Allegedly.
This is
Allegedly.
This is ledge. Look, dog. I'm gonna be real. I was dating the chick before.
Mm-hmm.
That was your baby. She's old.
Dog. Listen, hey, dog. So this chick, like, we weren't even together no more, but I was still talking to her cool and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she hits me up. She's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant by this loser ass fool, and he's locked up for 2 years. He just got locked up.
Damn,
I don't want to
sick
keep.
ass fool.
I don't want to keep his baby. Like, I don't know what to do. Blah blah." So I know I've known her for years, dog. So I was like, I'm talking to her, trying to help her out through the shit. And then some fucking chick that she knows tells her like, "Hey, there's rich white people that buys these kids, right?" And she's like, "What? What do you mean?" So she talked her into it. And what she talked her into basically was these fucking white people paid her rent and bills for like a year straight or like 9 months because however long the fucking baby was in her stomach. And they broke her off with like fucking 15 G's. Like she went dirt cheap low, dog.
Damn.
Like all she got was her cell phone bill paid and shit every
Like
month.
she bought a
Like,
Yorkie type shit.
yeah, like straight hood rat shit, dog. And the first thing that bitch did when she had the baby, dog, was like try to keep it. And they were like, "Nah, bitch, you signed all these papers. Like it's over with. It's done." And this bitch was just destroyed after. Never the same person. She was fucked up mentally.
Well, yeah, they take care of you for those 9 months, and then you want to renege on the contract. That shit don't fly.
No, dog. That's what she just signed papers, all attorney, all that shit. And even then, like they would always check on her. They're
Can
like,
you
"Yo,
legally do that? You can sell your
Yeah.
kid?
yeah, fool. It's crazy, huh?"
Hold on, you C-minus, you know about this?
Yeah.
So
This
you can,
bitch sold
but
her
this is
kid,
legal?
dog.
Like there's a white family out there. 2 Coltons got married, and I'm a.
This couple couldn't have babies. Like,
Oh, it's one of those situations.
Yeah.
But the wife looked cool. The husband looked kind of suspect to me because I even was like, I want you to meeting with me, like
Yeah.
and like he just looked kind of like iffy, but they ended up being like
daddy's
chill and
finger
cool.
iffy or what?
So like it even came. I remember it came to a point where she was like, "Oh, maybe this name would be nice." And they told her, like, "Bitch, you can't name our kid. Like that's our kid." And they gave her the
Damn.
name. But dog, she did it dirt cheap. Like her rent was like $900 a month times 12 months, and then her
Damn, they paid-
bills.
less than
And
a
then they
year's
gave her
worth
like I
of-
think like 15 or 20 G's. That's it. One of her homegirls been like, "Bitch, this bitch got 60." Like her homegirls
God
pissed about that
damn.
shit. Bitch sold her fucking kid, son.
That's
Damn.
wild, dog. Hey, I mean, imagine you found out that you were one of those kids, fool.
Huh.
I think I am, man. Think I am.
He's like Eddie's like I don't have black eyes like my
Dog,
mom.
I'm like 6. I'm like 6 inches taller than my dad. He's dark as fuck. Like I don't think my dad's my daddy.
You think that shit goes on, bro? Like you think that people get switched at birth?
No, my dad's like Santana. Remember? Or I'm like Santana. Remember when they fucking taxed his mom and shit at the beginning, dog? That's how I am, bro.
Dog, that's I don't know, man. That's some real conspiracy shit, bro. Like if I don't like the idea, it's not like you're selling somebody's fucking kid, bro. And then like
It happens, dog. Anything is
Dog,
possible.
she did it, fool. And I was like, I told her, "You're fucking stupid, dog, honestly." She goes, "Well, like say if we got back together or something like that, and I had this kid, would you take care of it like yourself?" I go, "Fuck no." You know? So like I felt like that kind of pushed her more because I didn't even get back with her or nothing, but like I probably should have told her like, "Yeah, man, someone's gonna, love that kid, you know?"
apparently 2 people paid for it.
One day.
They did, dog. I'm telling you, bro. Like that was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Hey, that kid's
dog.
probably living pretty good though, man.
I mean, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
I mean, it's
I got fucking drunk one time because she was like, we were lost one night, And like, she goes, I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost. I'm like, bitch, you're lost like you lost your daughter.
Damn.
I felt bad, dog. We talked to her since.
Fuck. I don't know, man. Imagine like, cause, what do you think the kid when they start growing up? They're like, bitch, I'm fucking Hispanic. I got 2 fucking.
What's
blonde
crazy is, dog, like this chick was a fucking fine ass chola, like badass fine chola, and I know that she had a little girl. That little girl's gonna be like a little chola for sure, dog, because her personality was too strong for that kid not to have her personality. If it's in your genes, like they say it is, and those 2
Your
white
fucking
people
dickies, dog.
those 2 white people that bought her were these 2 corny ass, like straight white people, dog. Like, so I wonder what this is probably like. Fuck, 2009 or
She
10.
turned into the
Oh,
Catch Me
she's
Outside
definitely-
She's
girl.
probably like 10 years old now, so she's like, hey, you know what? Make me a quesadilla. Like, probably like
guess-
those people. Dog,
She has those parents as drug mules.
that shit is like one of the craziest things that's ever tripped me out ever that I've had not been a part, but I
Damn.
witnessed, dog. Like
I didn't know you could cash in on a
I
kid.
seen someone sell their kid, dog.
I'm over here. I was like, here I am. I've been throwing money away.
Right?
You've been throwing money away all these years, huh?
And I knew something like after that happened, like because I left some DVDs at her pad, like a big folder, and she said I didn't, dog. I think that bitch sold them, man.
Damn.
If she sold that kid, she sold my DVDs, dog. You think,
She
right?
had a garage sale. Total.
With the kids?
Yeah, with the kids and everything.
Out the back door.
She had like a combo package, like Christmas and fries.
From which she shot out the kids, so that she steals. and
Damn, that's
presses.
wild, man. I don't know, man. Would you be able to do that, man?
Oh, I couldn't, dog. I couldn't do that at all, dog.
What?
Like, I mean, you're not even the one with the kid in your stomach, dog. You know what I mean?
I mean, as a man, though, I couldn't. I couldn't be like, you know what? Hey, my fucking wife died. This baby's a newborn. Like, I don't even know what to do with this baby. Hey, I'm gonna sell it. Like, nah, dog. I
Yeah,
can't do
it
that.
just. I feel like you'll be in the front and shit. You know, like.
Dog, I'm gonna decorate that baby like a Christmas tree, dog. Like, this fool's gonna be kitted out, geared out, everything.
What about you, C-Minus?
What? Could I sell the kid?
Like, all right, like, I mean, would you be able to go through with that? Because I didn't know that was a legal thing. You know what I mean?
It's
I mean, if
legal,
I
dog.
set
It's-
up like,
I don't know how
if
legal
I'm
it
getting,
is,
yeah,
huh?
well, it's probably not really legal, but
It's
like,
like a loophole, bro.
there's
It's
loopholes
weird.
and legalities that you could get through that make it like legal if you make up an arrangement. Like, it's a,
It was arranged. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
been
it
an
is.
arrangement.
Arrangement.
it can be looked at as an arrangement.
Dog,
you-
these fools I'm telling you, my bad, Ezo.
No, go ahead.
These fools came with like a portfolio about like their whole life, dog. Like the people
Whole
that,
life.
that adopted the kid, but it was nuts, bro. Like there's a fucking system out there. That's what they're talking about. That's like legal human trafficking, bro.
Yeah, legal.
Imagine when you find out, be like, bitch, I'm worth as much as a brand new Prius.
Right?
Like
Kid's worth
20,000
more than me.
20,000 is what my parents paid for me. Like the next.
Like if someone, like my sons are big and grown, dog, but if someone ever took my son, like, fool, these fools owe me $500,000 each at least. Like all this shit I bought them throughout their fucking lives.
Dog,
fuck.
just, like, so it's gonna be a no from you. See, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Nah, but sell the kid?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What if techniques comes out with like these rare new turntables, dog?
Yeah, if I can get the kid, if I can get what I need for the 2 turntables for the kid, fuck it,
That's
whatever.
Fuck. I mean, look, man. I'm not really like pro like kids and shit, but
I love kids, dog.
Hey,
Kids
fuck
are
these
dope.
kids, man.
but
Kids are
I
dope,
don't know
dog.
if I'd be able to fucking just like be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sell this food like this pound real quick.
Kids are dope, dog, because they'll tell you the truth, fool. Like, I remember when I was younger and like I used to go to like I'll bring a chick over and like my little nephews will be there and I'll be like, yo, how does she look? She's fat. Like they'll tell you straight
Damn.
out, dog. Like kids are truthful.
Yeah, man, my son, yeah, I love that. I got a kid. He's 26, gonna be 27, but
Oh, you got a man already.
Yeah,
now.
he's
But
a-
that's still in your eyes. That's still your
that's
kid.
still my little boy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you know what I mean?
Like you came out of my balls, like Dave Chappelle said.
Like I helped with the creation of that is you.
Yeah, man, that shit is weird when you see like remember we recently went to fucking Universal Studios.
Universal,
And
yeah.
then it was like you see a bunch of fucking like you see how geeked. You know what, bro? Like after
Hey.
walking around, it's like these kids get happy as fuck. You know how like after you do a bump, it's like somebody gave them a bump before they went into the park.
Nah, but those are
And
the
they're all
dog, those are the kids that like. I mean, some parents are fucking assholes, dog, or they're just too busy. Those are the kids that are always inside the fucking house all the time, not
Fuck
doing
yeah.
shit. So when they go out somewhere, they don't know how to fucking act.
Dog.
But when you're a parent, you got to take your kids out all the time. have
Fuck
fun
them
with them. So
kids,
when they
man.
go out, they're like, all right, nigga, I don't give a fuck about this shit. Nigga, I've been to Disneyland, Knott's, fucking Magic
I
Mountain.
love
bitch.
going to
Like,
those
you know what I'm
places.
saying?
Yeah.
I love going to those places. Disneyland,
Hey,
Knott's and
but
all
you're
that.
right though. I was like that too though because I haven't been to Universal in a long time. Maybe a good 2 years. So when Ezo was like, we decided to go. When I got to the parking lot, I was like all happy and shit, dancing on the way up there because I was drunk. I was drinking Jaeger on the way,
Hell
and
yeah.
I had I think a gram of Coke on me,
Nice.
and I stuffed it in my sock, dog, and I was dancing the whole way up there. I even had a Red Bull can full of Jaeger that I was just chugging. So right when I get to the front, fool, my fucking big old smile just disappears. There's a fucking cop right there with a German Shepherd. Just sitting there, dog. Just the German Shepherd is looking around more than the cop is. Like the cop's just chilling, looking one direction, and the German Shepherd just like looking around, just scoping fools,
Yeah,
dog.
like
So like I'm tripping because I have the Coke in my sock tucked in, and I gotta walk by this dog. I'm like, yo, man, this dog's about to start barking like crazy. So like I gotta like initiate conversation with him, so he barks at me because of that. Because you're not supposed to talk to him.
Yeah.
So like right when I walk by, I'm like, hey, how you doing, boy? Come here, boy. Hey, boy. I'm all petting him and shit. And the cop's like, hey, you can't pet him. And I walk away and I'm tripping. I'm like, yo, he didn't start barking. And when I went inside, I told Ezone because he had shrooms on him. And I'm like, yo, the dog didn't bark at you? He goes, nah, dumbass. He goes, they're over here looking for terrorist bombs. You
Yeah,
idiot."
looking for bombs.
And I go, well, wait, dog, this is the bomb in my sock, dog.
bomb shit ever.
Mushrooms hit, and like the move is to go. What is it? That Harry Potter castle
Mm-hmm.
to fucking be on mushrooms while you're in line for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was the shit right there.
For me,
Agreed.
like when I walked in, you just stuffed the mushroom in my mouth and shit, dog. Like you take this now.
I
And
gave it
and
to you.
I looked at him and he just had this look on him like this was gone already. So he did. So like he just gives me this big ass fucking mushroom that looks like a black girl's asshole. And I just fucking chomp it and like the crazy part for me on the shrooms was, you said the rides, but for me it was waiting in lines and seeing the people just turn into different things. Dog. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was tripping, dog.
Just morphing and shit.
And I would every time like before we get on a ride, I'd go to the bathroom, do like 3 bumps, and then I'll come out and I'll wait in line. So I'm sitting there sweating, grinding my teeth on shrooms and shit. And we'll go on the ride, and the exhilaration from the ride, bro, would just have me like, and I'll get off and like, all right, I need to go do another bump right now. Go do another bump, dog.
You know when they fucking say when that sign before you go into a ride when it says like you do not go on here if you have heart problems, they should have parentheses it says or just did a bump recently.
No, did it say that?
No, I'm just saying that they should have that shit. Hell no,
Oh,
I would
yeah,
not
I
say
was
that
there,
shit in a
right?
park, dude.
I wish it would be legal where it does say that. I had it in my
Hell
sock.
no, Eddie, that shit cannot be legal, bro.
It's gonna be one day. I have a feeling. I
Did
have a
you-
feeling like
Feeling
one day, fucking mothers against drunk drivers will be like, I'm sick of these people driving at night, crashing, killing children. Just legalize cocaine.
It solves
My
all the
son
world's
wouldn't
problems.
have made it home
Right?
if his son didn't give him a line of cocaine.
'Cause I've been
I've seen the
fucked up.
future,
I've
and it's
been
a line of cocaine.
I've been fucked up where they had to carry me into the bathroom, and I'm coming out fucking walking out with my shirt unbuttoned, chest out, dog. Like, what's up? Who wants some? After that bump. If they legalize cocaine, dog, oh man.
You think they could ever do that shit, T-Minus?
Dog, the fucking construction workers would be
I don't
working
know.
on the road all the time.
Yeah, they'll
You know how
over.
many houses will be built? That I remember when I did construction, and the fools that did construction there, they were all smoking meth or doing coke, dog, and
Sounds
just
like a
going
party.
to war all day, just doom, 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 doom.
I had a hammer. Hammer in the morning.
Remember like Al Bundy when he had the hammer?
I don't know, man. You know what though? It does kind of make sense though, cause I used to tow cars, and we used to have a mechanic, bro. And, no, for real, bro.
You
And,
didn't be on one, huh?
and I wonder, like, why the fuck does the Persian owner keep him around if he knows he fucks up and gets drunk all day?
He does it too with them. That's
No,
all.
no, bro. No, it's nothing he would do with him. He knew that he'd get on one and he'll just like work a full 6 to 10 hour shift, like nonstop.
With the shirt off.
No, with the whole thing just, and every time he was thirsty, he'd just go and fucking drink the natural ice tall boy. Just
Tall boy.
go down one of those. Hey, but he will fix cars.
Yeah, hey, George's mechanics like that, fool. Like, George has this little paisa mechanic that he knows And this fool be like, "Oh, you can either pay me in lines or in dimes." like dog.
He talks like a fucking mechanic, Paul
This fool
Rodriguez.
changed George's oil and then busted the sack out after, dog. And we're just sitting there partying. And then he just started fucking with my shit for free. Hey, and what's crazy was when he was working on a car, he just changed my thermostat. He was working on a car, fool, and some fool came, he pulled up, he goes, "Hey, let me get that screwdriver from you." This fool stuffs Coke in screwdrivers on the handles, and he serves them like that. Dog, I seen that shit. I was like, this fool's the man. Paisas don't fuck around, dog.
Nah, dog, not one bit.
Yeah, a lot of paisas that I know that had jobs like that, they kind of knew how to handle their scandal, bro.
Dog, I needed a light bulb for my shit. He took one off his truck and he put it on mine, dog.
Wow.
I was like, thanks, dog. Here.
You know what? We'll be right back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show.